Hey, everybody. Welcome to Pink Shade. This is a bonus episode. You guys, I've been loving this season of 90 Day Fiance season 12. It is so good. This past week was great. This next week looks to be amazing as well. So I'm very excited to say I have an interview today with Paula of Paula and Thomas. Welcome to the show, Paula.
Welcome, Mary Payne. I'm very happy to be here.
Your hair has gotten longer, I think, since we've seen you on the show.
It is a little bit longer. And yes, I like it to have long hair, so I'm trying to keep it longer.
Yeah, it looks great.
You like it?
Yeah, I do. It's pretty. Yeah, it's a good color. It's a good color.
Thank you.
Okay, so I need to know, from what we saw on the show, you met Thomas because you guys were playing volleyball in like the LA Long Beach area. You were visiting. Okay,
yes,
so
I was visiting in Hermosa Beach.
Okay, Hermosa Beach, yes. So if you were in town visiting and then you decide to date, how did you find your way onto 90 Day Fiance? How did you get on the show?
Because everybody, since I started to date Thomas, everybody always say, you guys should do 90 Day Fiance. You should do 90 Day Fiance. And in that time, I never heard about, because in Brazil, I was like, I'm very busy working.
Yeah.
I never had time for TV. Like, it's rare. Now I have. But in that time, I was very busy growing my business. And then I was like, what is this? And then I started to do some research. And I say that was the biggest reality show on the United States. And I was like, wow, that's huge. But people say that over and over again, only like just for me and for him, like as well, all the time. And then we decided to sign up.
Amazing. I mean, I think it's such an interesting story when people meet very organically, like you had a common interest playing volleyball on the beach.
Yeah.
Okay, so tell me about your career in Brazil, because you said you had a piercing shop. So explain all about that, please. I'm dying to know.
I created the first piercing brand shop in Brazil. So it's not just a piercing studio, it's a jewelry shop. It's more fancy, luxury, because in Brazil, piercing was something very niche, like about tribes, like rockers,
yes,
dark. And then I saw one opportunity to put my personality on the business, and I created the first brand of luxury piercing shop. So today, we are way more than a piercing studio. A piercing studio, the person goes to just pierce their body. We are personal piercer, which means like we do personalized projects. And I learned all this because I started working with celebrities in Brazil.
Ooh.
And they was very specific. And I was like, okay, so the same way there's a personal stylist, personal shopper, personal trainer, why not a personal piercer?
Yeah.
And then I developed my niche all around this. It was very hard because in Brazil, everyone was against. It is a business that was dominated by men, culture, men, and I got lots of haters, a lot, but I grow very fast. So in 6 months, I bought a house, a car. I had money to travel. It was a magical thing that happens to me. And today our target is woman, but not because they want to pierce their body and they want to look radical. No, it's only luxury women that they want to increase their appearance. They want to have only ear styling. So it's not body piercing, it's ear style piercing. And we do projects that match with the personalities and healing process.
Yes.
This never had in the market in all over the world. So I'm the first one that doing this. And also I'm writing a book about this. Yeah, so soon will be,
That's cool. Well, my daughter has a lot of piercings on her ears and stuff. And she had something recently that I also recently saw when I was on a Virgin cruise, and they had like a piercing tattoo studio there. And I saw people coming in, and my daughter just got it. on her ears, and it's called like fairy bites or something, and it's 3 little tiny ones in like a little star formation, like a little tiny triangle formation, like tiny, tiny,
Oh,
tiny. It's very cute.
yes, it is. I created one technique called Australian piercings.
Hmm.
It's 3 little diamonds on the cartilage right here. So if I can show you.
Yes.
And these 3 little ones here.
Yes,
And
cute.
I trademarked them in Brazil and become viral. So these guys was responsible like for maybe half of my career because piercing in that time was a symbol of rebel and
Mm.
being more crazy as you can. And then I came with something super tiny, feminine and delicate. And this like the first day that I launched this, and the day after, I got almost 1,000 messages on my WhatsApp. People was asking like, I want to do. And then all the new piercing era started because I was like, okay, I have a mission here. I work with piercing since 2003, so more than 20
Oh,
years ago.
yeah.
I failed more than 10 business in Brazil, piercing
Mm.
business, and I insisted. Every business I was insisting. And I was like, there's something wrong and I'm gonna find what can I do?
Yeah.
So I used my knowledge as a like accessory designer,
Hmm.
and I combined piercing with accessory. Sorry, my English with accessory designer. So I started create visuals that it was more feminine, more personalized, more delicate. And because woman wants to get piercing, but they
Yes.
don't want to look like younger or crazy, or they don't want to like impose one personality that doesn't match with their work. They are lawyers, they are doctors, they are women with kids. They just want to look pretty. And
Yes,
then
you're right.
yeah, and then I created the solution, not only piercing but cleaning, maintaining, and like everything. So it's very good.
Y'all, I don't know about you, but it's been so hot here. And 95 degrees outside feels like 120 degrees inside your pants. Am I right? You can summer-proof your intimate areas with the Tushy Bidet, the instant bathroom upgrade that keeps you healthy and fresh where sweat hits the hardest. Y'all, I am so excited to talk to you about the Tushy Bidet. You don't even know. As listeners to this show know, we talk about bidets on our reality shows a lot. So many of our 90 Day Fiancés come over to the US and they're stunned that every home does not have a bidet, and all the Americans end up getting one and loving it. I would be willing to bet that most of them are getting a Tushy bidet. I just got one. It was so easy to install. Seriously, it took me 10 minutes, and I'm not a handy person. Remember how easy it was for Rashid to install his new bidet at Mallory's house? He was so excited about his clean butthole, and he wanted her to have a clean butthole too. Now, that's love. Now, Rashid's new bidet looked great in her bathroom, and my new bidet looks great in my bathroom. I am telling you, if you haven't tried a bidet, get on board or get on the bidet. It really does make you feel so clean. And like Jihoon from 90 Day Fiance, your whole family can have a clean anal. Seriously, though, 99% of people who wash with Tushy warm water bidets feel cleaner and fresher after going to the bathroom. Tushy e-bidets have a heated seat, adjustable water temperature, and a powerful yet gentle dryer. Tushy bidets easily attach to your existing toilet without the need for additional plumbing. And the e-bidets only require an outlet. And people who have made the switch to Tushy use up to 80% less toilet paper. No more clogged toilets. And that is a big problem in my house, not naming names. But there's no more wasting money on something that does an inferior job of cleaning your Tushy. Every Hello Tushy bidet comes with a 30-day hassle-free return and a 12-month warranty. You literally have nothing to lose. So stay fresh and healthy where the AC can't reach. For a limited time, our listeners get 10% off their first bidet order when you use code PINKSHADE at checkout. That's 10% off your first bidet order at Hello Tushy, Tushy, HelloTushy.com with the promo code Pink Shade for 10% off. And let me know how you like it. Well, okay, so you have this very successful business over there and you decide to move to the United States. Now, what's that been like? So I assume you're still running this business, but you're with Thomas in the United States. Like that must have been a very hard decision.
It was a very hard decision, but I'm very ambitious in a good way. I am actually opening my second business in Brazil, and I'm looking for business partners to open my franchise model.
Yeah.
I had this vision, and I'm gonna do the same in the United States because I think my business model helps women. They do doctor appointments. They need they do like events like wedding and other social things, and they need a personal piercing. Like it is more than styling once in a while. They need like they go to the hairstylist or nail designer. So I think I will help lots of women when I
think
open.
That's cool. So are you trying to open that there in California?
Yes, I am.
Yes, I love that. I don't think it'll be very successful. Okay, now tell me about the miniatures because this has gotten a lot of attention, and with Thomas's sort of super minimalistic style, and then you're coming in with all your little miniatures, which I'd say is like maximalistic. I just said he should give you just one little corner shelving unit, and you could put all your things in there, and then all your stuff contained. So do you have your miniatures in the States? Because I want that for you because I love the little minis.
My miniatures, they are more than just cute things. They are tools for manifestation.
Yes.
So everyone that I have, like one another, it's like it's only for decoration. But most of them I use it for a tool that helps me to manifest my reality. And they really works. They really work. And Thomas, he doesn't want it because he thought that was silly and was very hard for me to collect them in United States because the house was so empty that I don't have any place to put them. So because I need to see them every day and I need to interact with them. And like they was all in a box and it was kind of messing with my process because I need to see them. So I have one here, like right now.
Let's see it. Oh, it's a little teacup.
It is just for us talking right now. So I am manifesting a very good talk and that I can express myself good because, English is not my first language. So this is like a way that I'm manifesting a good conversation and people understand me and my point. But
that to me means that you're going to spill the tea. That's what that means to me. You're going to spill the tea. You're going to tell me everything. Yeah.
Okay. Yes. Maybe I can do it. I can just throw out. Yeah.
So cute.
So Thomas he doesn't accept you well because he thought it was silly, but it is effective.
I think it is effective. I'll tell you that my listeners know for years, I said, I always wanted to have a beach house because we live here in Virginia and there's no beach nearby, but we go to a certain beach in North Carolina that I loved it for 20 years. So about maybe 5 years ago, instead of saying, I hope one day I have a beach house, I started saying, I will have a beach house. And when I have my beach house, and guess what? Last year we got a beach house. You have you have to really think about it. You have to really, in my mind, it really works. You just have to really put your mind to it. Now, it's not just because it came to me and somebody gave it to me. I mean, we bought it.
You manifested.
But I manifested like I know that's going to happen for me and I just have to talk it into existence.
Yes, that's exactly the process that I do. I am manifesting so many things at the same time that the miniatures, and not only the miniatures, I have a cell phone like screen protection with my vision board, and I have my manifesting routine that I do every day. So it really works and really fast. So for you have an idea, there was a celebrity in Brazil, and I started to think about her and manifest and do her ear styling. 1 week after she messaged me.
Oh, wow. That's cool.
And
would we know who that is?
It's a TV singer. She's called Pablo Vitar.
Okay. Okay.
And she messaged me and say, "Hey, I want to do my ear styling because I saw your Instagram. It's very beautiful." 1 week after.
See, it
Yeah,
works.
it is very fast. So
Okay. I have a question. Can you get Thomas like a tiny perfume bottle and tell him you're manifesting him not to pretend he's allergic to perfume?
actually, I bought a miniature of perfume. I bought
Okay.
well like last year, and filming. I was trying because perfume for me is something so important. I love perfume. Like
Hmm.
in my apartment, I have dozens of. And the fact that Thomas attacked my habit so bad, and I was trying to find every solution that I could. So I bought a tiny perfume miniature and I put it on the restroom, so I could training me and him to see a tiny bottle and get used to like until I could bring you one real one.
Okay. Has he found something that he can tolerate that you also like?
He tolerates some things that is not chemistry. So even
Okay.
for cleaning products or perfume or anything needs to be natural, vegan, uh,
Hmm.
no chemistry, supernatural, which is makes sense. My brother have the same issue.
Okay.
When we was filming, my brother was super sick because of the carpet.
Oh,
He was super
interesting.
sick because he was no voice, and they was wondering to rent one like hotel or something. But I wanted to be with my family together, and I say, please don't go, stay here. He was dying, but he was in the apartment because of me, my brother. So I kind of understand Thomas, but I
Hmm.
think he's not open. He was not open to looking for solutions because my brother is also super allergic, but we can live with him. He,
Yeah.
like he's not a dictator. You
Yeah.
can't go and period. No. And
Yeah.
Thomas, he's a dictator. He is like no conversation, period.
He's very dramatic. He was very dramatic about the perfume.
Super, super. He's dramatic about everything.
He's what is he? Somebody told me he is a aerospace engineer. What is his career?
He's a aerospace engineer and he works with computers. So he's a like engineer for computer and he builds projects for big companies. He's a
Yeah.
super smart guy, and he lives in another world that it's hard to access. And
Mm.
sometimes I ask myself, hi, I I access him because before me he only had one girlfriend. He never introduced any girl to his family. He never lived with someone. He never nothing. So me, in a certain way, could I had access to a very weird person, which is makes me
Yes.
which makes me worry because we attract who we are, or things that we need to feel ourselves. Then that makes me think a lot, like what the universe is trying to tell me with this relationship, like with
You're
this guy.
very opposite. You're very opposite.
Complimentary in a
Oh, yeah.
weird freaking way, in a very
Complimentary. Yes, that's nicer. Yeah.
yes.
Uh,
But
the world
he
wants to know. The world wants to know if you've gotten a dresser or if your underwear is in bins in the closet.
I got a dresser, the
Yes.
other space, which is
Yes.
bigger, and I could put all my clothes, but it's so little comparing with the one that I have in Brazil.
Yeah.
But it was a beginning, so I got a bigger dresser, and I could see all my stuff very organized. I am very methodic, so I need to see my clothes and everything, and it was very good. It was a piece of of peace
Yes.
because my mind was freaking so much. Watching the show back, I feel so bad for myself because I was so vulnerable. I was new. My English wasn't that good. Not this is amazing today, but it's better.
Yeah.
And I was so patient. I was like, why am I so patient?
Yeah.
Why am I giving so much? I was trying to be an evolved being and trying to do not lower my highest my voice. I was trying to
Mhm.
be a person, very calm. But with some people, we find a way of communication, and that is not with Thomas at all. He don't respect. As much as I try to be calm and evolve and very amazing and peaceful, he sit over me. So
It's crazy because his point was, well, when you go on vacation, you can live out of a suitcase, but you're not on vacation. You've moved there. So since you've moved there, I think that your point was so valid and could go for anybody on this show, which is I just expect what I had at my house. I'm not expecting more. Just what I had at my house was a closet, a dresser, and a couch. So I need these things at my new house. I'm not expecting more. I just need the
yeah,
same. Yeah.
yeah. What was a surprise for me because lots of shades of his personality I never knew because we was dating long distance for so many years
Yeah.
and I doesn't knew these shades. And then when I saw, I was in shock, and I ended of other relationship like with other boyfriends in a very dramatic way
Hmm.
because I started to be crazy and like yelling, and I tried to be as much peaceful as I could, but it was really hard because he tested me in all way possible. And
Hmm.
it is not because I saw some people say online like, oh, she have money, she is lying because she's not poor. It is not because of that. Because when you move to a place and you have someone else, you need to do together.
Yes.
So I think it is not worth. I bring my money from Brazil, which is very little. If I convert my current money to US, it is nothing. And all my money right now I am using to invest and grow my business. So I just bought a new room, very big. We are building. It is very expensive because it is luxury, and I don't have money to like
And
you know.
a dresser is not very expensive, by the way. You could get a cute dresser for not
Yes,
much. Yeah.
before we start to date, he had some good plans like, oh, uh, we're gonna leave, you're gonna build our life with me, you're gonna do everything beautiful, blah blah blah. And then when I went to the US, there was nothing, and I was patient with nothing. But I was like, when? What is next?
I
What
would
is
be
our
patient
plan?
about 2 days with nowhere to put my clothes. Okay, but I have a question about that apartment. So we all agree that the table is ridiculous and you need it. It's not hard also to buy. You could get all these things at Target or Costco, but if the money is the issue. But is this apartment one bedroom and he has a bed in the bedroom and a bed in the living room?
No, his apartment is 2 bedrooms. So there's a bedroom, and
Uh
it's
huh.
big actually. It's a bedroom. And then there's a living room that he turns into another bedroom because he had a bed that he turns into a couch.
No, it's a bed. There's a difference. You need a
Yes,
couch. It's so funny on this season too with Katie and Josh, and it's similar, but all he's asking for is a place to sit, and she's like, "We can sit on the floor." He's like, "My back hurts. We're in a twin bed. All I'm asking for is a couch." And every time we see Josh, and he's in that one office chair, we're like, he has one chair, and I was like, "It's like Paula. All she wants is a couch." And I love how you're like, "Here's the tiny couch. We're manifesting it. We're looking at it. We're going to get
yes,
a couch." So I hope as the season goes, you get to decorate this apartment and get a couch
yes.
instead
I
of a bed.
I I tried my best to show in a very polite way the things
Yes.
that I wanted, but Thomas he has a very strict mind. I kind of understand why his parents got divorced. His dad and his stepmom lives in a trailer, like on a
Mhm.
trailer. So the way, because I like to see things from behind. The way that he do with his life, he doesn't want to have anything because it's easy for move on.
Mm. That's
So
interesting.
he doesn't want to attach, and
Yeah.
it's weird because I told him many times, hey, I can't live in a place that I don't feel good. I can't. My apartment it is beautiful, and I want the same place that I feel comfortable. That I look at the like all my place and I like it, and I don't feel happy here. I
Yeah.
really tried. I really tried.
That's very interesting because we do see a couple of weeks ago we saw with his dad and his stepmom, and then I know on a coming episode, we've seen some previews where you're going to be talking to his stepmom, and I think that was very interesting how the stepmom, with editing and production, it comes across like she's really harsh, but I think it seems that she was really hurt because she was so close to Thomas, and then he's going back to his biological mom, who seems, for all intents and purposes, left him as a child, which is shocking.
Yeah.
And now, but you can't blame him for, as an adult, trying to make a connection with her. But you can also see the side of the stepmother who's very hurt. So is that's going to play out with how she was mad at you and she explains to you.
Yeah.
Did you know this situation with his mother and his stepmother? Did you know how deep it was?
I doesn't knew because he spoke very little about his parents and his family at all. At the
Hmm.
first 2 years that I was dating him, I thought that he was a scam because I knew nobody from his side, and I was like,
Yeah.
hey, I need to see something. And then he introduced me his auntie and then his sister, and then I started to trust, but it was very weird. And the relationship that he has with his stepmom uh, answer many things about his personality today.
Hmm.
That builds him,
Yeah.
and which is I like about personal self like evolving. It's because
Yeah.
you can go back there and fix things as a mature person and grow up in your life, because life it is not being victim of a situation.
Yeah.
His parents got fought on the court for 35 times when he was a kid. 35
Wow.
times.
That's a lot for a kid.
Yeah, but that don't. But that I try to tell him that that doesn't define him. So
Right.
he should use it that to grow and be very evolved and maybe inspire other young guys. But he wants to be in a state that he's a victim, that
Mm.
he doesn't want any furniture because it's better. He want a very empty place because if he loses his job, it is easy to move on. So he always manifests in bad things. If I lose my
Right.
job, if I don't need where to go, if I blah blah blah, and I am the opposite. I am manifesting more like one more place in Brazil, one
Yes.
place in US, one place in Europe. I am always, working, and he's thinking about the worst. That bothers me a lot.
Seems like you could really help him though, because he's coming from a negative space and he's coming from childhood trauma of, I don't want to have a lot of things in case I have to move quickly, and you're coming from a place of like, no, let's settle and let's manifest that everything will continue to go well, and you will
Yeah,
keep your job, you will get a better job, you'll continue to go up. And that's very interesting. And I think the dynamic with his stepmom and his dad, and what we're going to see about her explaining to you about the mother, is fascinating. It's very sad to think that happened to him, but like you said, now
yeah,
they're adults and maybe he can, on his little part, he can fix it. That's, you guys are so, it's so interesting how opposites you are, but I like how you said, but you can also be complementary and help each other.
yes.
Wow.
I think I helped him more than he helped me.
I
Uh,
think so. Yes, I'm trying to be nice.
yes, and the things between his parents, it is very hard, especially with his mom. he tried to connect it to his mom all during the filming for she
Yeah.
show up and filming, and she never wanted. That makes him very upset. He doesn't. They don't talk like for a while because
Yeah.
of.
And it's hard to just sort of like live in the moment of like, let me be grateful for just my father and my stepmother and let that part of my life go. It's hard, I think, especially if it's your parent. Yeah, that's rough. Now, tell me about your family in Brazil.
My family is super special. We are very attached. Of course, we have problems, of
Yeah.
course, but we are here to evolve. So I came to from a very poor family. We lived in a very poor place in Brazil. I had nothing besides my brain to think and imagining my future. And my mom, she also had a vision for me and my siblings. And she, even when we was kids, she always put us to do things cool. So we did the swimming classes, which in that time for like those kids was something very
Yeah.
huge. But she was always, and she put us in a computer classes, and so she was helping us to evolve as a person. And
Amazing.
and my siblings, we are winners in all uh, like aspects of life. We are doing our best. So like we have our businesses, uh, our goals are, I don't know how it's in English, but we are very good. And we came from nothing. So that makes me feel very resilient, because when I hear people say, oh, I have nothing, I'm poor, blah blah blah, I came from nothing and I built
Yeah.
everything.
And
So
you
I
can do
don't
it.
some people, I need to have more patience with people when they say that they are in a very sensitive way. That's why universe sent me Thomas uh, to give me the opportunity of me work with my patient, really,
Yeah. Yes.
and my empathy,
Yes.
for sure, 100%.
Well, I think that you are so interesting and so inspirational. And I'm really like looking forward to seeing how this all plays out on the show. But tell everybody that's listening how they can find out about your business and where to follow you, because it sounds fascinating, your business. So tell everybody where we can follow you and find out about your business.
Sure. My Instagram is open. I'm trying to make content in English and in Portuguese.
Okay.
It is a mix, and also my TikTok. They both are just Paulinha.
Okay.
Paulinha is my nickname in Portuguese, which means little Paula. So it is very hard to spell in English. So people call me in Brazil Paulinha, but it's
Okay.
Paula. Yeah, just Paulina. And you can also find me on my jewelry studio called Piercing Joia.
Okay.
And soon I'll be in the US, and I'll be doing very beautiful ear stylings. Like, not me, I want to training people. I want to
Yeah.
develop my business model. So I want to just be the piercing business owner, and I want to
Hmm.
training people the same that I do like with my employees in Brazil. So that's what I do. And I also
Okay.
want, I am kind of receiving some message from people, and they say that I inspire them, and they want to learn more about manifestation and everything.
Yeah.
I never thinking about that in a way that I could teach other people. But
Yeah.
now I am start to studying and to put in words all the method that I use, and works with me,
Yes.
and I will teach other people soon.
You should show it on your TikTok. Like you showed the little teacup. That's an example. And you're saying that you put the little perfume in the bathroom. So you see it and he sees it and it gets into your. I think it's fascinating. I think you should do that on your TikTok. I think you would get a lot of people
I
very
will.
interested. Yeah. Well,
Yes,
it's
I will.
very nice to meet you. And I can't wait to watch the rest of the season. And I can't wait to see the tell all. And I love the tell all when everybody gets to meet. And I think that's always interesting too. I don't want anybody to fight, but I like to see when everybody gets to have opinions on other people's stories, you know?
Yes, it is a pleasure being on the show. I never watched before, and I
Hmm.
think it was good because I came into that 100% myself. all my
Absolutely. Yes.
all my vulnerabilities, all like everything was 100% me. And I honestly watching myself there, and I feel stronger now. I feel more resilient. So it was
Amazing.
a pleasure be part of that, and was a dream. I also manifested being in 90 Day Fiance, so so
See?
was a dream that became true. Yeah, it's very fun.
Well, thank you again, and everybody go follow Paulina, and I will lick. I will not lick. I will link. I will link all of her socials here on this interview, so you can go and follow her, and see all her tiny things and all her manifestations. Thank you.
Thank you, Mary Payne. Bye bye.